All right, Brian, let's go live out to that news conference and find out more about these charges. We expect to hear from several different people. Let's go live to Westminster.
Colorado Bureau of Investigations Director Ron Sloan and Assistant Special Agent in charge of the FBI for the Denver, Wyoming Field Office, Mike Rankin.
Well, I'm pleased to announce that today I believe that we have taken a significant step towards justice for Jessica. We have made an arrest in the Jessica Ridgeway case. 17-year-old Austin Sigg is in our custody. And I would like to thank the community for the thousands of tips they have provided us in this case. Those tips have been instrumental and very helpful in this case. And I would also like to thank our community for the tremendous public outpourings of support. I know they have given law enforcement strength and encouragement in this case as we worked on this case nonstop, round the clock, since October 5th, the date of her abduction. I know it's also given the Ridgeway family a great deal of strength and encouragement to see the outpouring of public support. I would like to thank all the law enforcement agencies at both the local, state, and federal level who have assisted us in many ways and whenever we asked in this investigations. And I particularly want to thank the CBI and the FBI who have been tremendous assistance to us in this investigation and have been with us and supporting us from the get-go. We notified the Ridgeway family this morning of this arrest. And we hope and pray that this arrest gives them some measure of closure in dealing with this horrible tragedy and loss that they have suffered. We hope also that knowing that an arrest has been made in this case can cause our community to rest a little easier and maybe feel a little safer. Thank you.
Chief, his aunt says he turned himself in. Is that correct?
The agency has just wanted to give a statement, and then I'll be able to field a few questions, very limited, after the statement.
Yes, I too would like to echo what Chief Burke indicated, and that is I want to commend law enforcement. The collaboration was something that in 25 years of prosecution I've never seen, and specifically the FBI, the CBI, Westminster Police Department, Arvada Police Department, and frankly, the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. It was and all the other law enforcement agencies. It certainly was a collaborative effort, nonstop, day and night. But justice for Jessica is a process, and this is the beginning of that process. So I know you are yearning for a lot of information. We can't give you a lot of information. Affidavits in this case have been sealed. That's under court order. So I'm precluded, and we all are precluded from giving too much detail. I can tell you that charges are forthcoming. Charges will be filed within the next couple of days, and then we start a different process. This is a continuing investigation, and certainly we are still focused on the integrity of this investigation. And then we go into the prosecution aspect of it. Mr. Sigg has a presumption of innocence, and we are going to honor that. And so that's all I have to say.
Is it true he turned himself in?
I don't have anything to say on that.
Is there DNA in the case?
Can't talk about that.
When will he appear in court, Scott?
We can't. He's 17 years old. What's that?
When will he appear in court?
I think tomorrow.
His first court appearance is tentatively scheduled for tomorrow, October 25th, be at 8 a.m. Division 10 at the Jefferson County Court. Again, we want to reiterate just a little bit of information. We want to the media and the public to recognize that though an arrest has been made, there continues to be a substantial amount of investigative work, leads, follow-up that has to be done. There has been a photograph that has been released, and we would ask the public, if you look at this and recognize that you think there's any information that would still benefit the investigation, we continue to ask that you call the Westminster Police Department through the tip line that we have established, that we've talked about through the entire process, 303-658-4336. Additionally, you'll recognize that a warrant is being served on a home, and we've provided some information. We're asking, because the sheer number and the amount of media attention this has, that you be cognizant of those homeowners that are in and around that area. The police department has established a staging area for you, and would just ask that you cooperate with trying to be as accommodating as you can in this community and in the neighborhood. Everybody should have that address. In the press release, we included a map to give you easy directions to where we're trying to establish for media to set up.
Trevor, did he turn himself in?
We can't go into those details. Those are privileged part of the process that now moves into the court. So we can't talk about any of those details.
Trevor, AP is reporting that his mother turned himself in. Is that true? Or?
Again, we can't discuss any specific details regarding the case. We want the media and the public to recognize there's a large amount of work that needs to continue to be done. The level of officers, law enforcement, and others that are part of this will continue as a warrant is served, other information is obtained, and again, we really want to reach out to the public and make them recognize if they now see this image or they're aware of Mr. Sigg and have information that could be crucial to the investigation, they continue to utilize that tip line. Additionally, if there's any activity, criminal activity that has been reported you think is associated or even unreported counts, we again ask that you call that tip line, 303-658-4336.
Is this a house that had been canvassed before? Had law enforcement been to this house before?
The home that you'll see is in and around the area that law enforcement have been working since the beginning of the investigation.
How is it that his mugshot and other information were released to certain media outlets and nobody else?
We released a press release to all of our media
It was
outlets.
up on websites prior to that.
Trevor, when was he arrested?
Has he also been charged in
The arrest was made today.
Give us a time.
I don't have that. That's something that you should get. We released the custody and the booking. It should have the date and time stamped on that the actual arrest and custody report was made.
Has he been arrested for the Ridgeway case?
Hold on for just a second, Rick.
Has he
With
also
same
been
question.
charged in the Kettner Park?
Yes, so you will see in the custody that was released, there are 2 charges, 1 and 2, that are listed as first-degree murder. Those are 2 counts related to the Jessica Ridgeway case. There's a kidnapping charge, or charge number 3, that is related to the Jessica Ridgeway case. There are 2 criminal attempts. One is for murder, and the other is for kidnapping. The 4th and 5th, those 2 subsequent charges, are for relation to the Kettner Lake attempted abduction. Thank you. I can't take any more questions. We appreciate your cooperation.